It's about something. Welcome to BootLogic, the channel that has nothing to do with boots and might have something to do with logic. I'm Sean, welcome back to 2020. To help keep you tranquil in the face of certain doom, we have two choices: deploy smooth jazz, or learn what terminology you need to know when choosing a home theater projector. Excellent choice, and luckily I'm equipped to help you remain tranquil. So let's begin. If you're a home theater guru, this video may not be for you. For the best picture quality, you want a 4K projector. This is a projector with a native resolution of 3840 by 2160. Or 4096 by 2160. There are projectors out there that do what is called pixel shifting. This is usually a 1080p projector that essentially splits each pixel into 2 or 3. They look very good, and the technology has matured enough that it can be hard to tell the difference between a true native 4K projector and a pixel shifter. The biggest difference will be price. Pixel shifters are much cheaper. Let's start with what room your projector will be located in. Is it bright? Can the room be darkened or light controlled? So any room can be light controlled. It's just a matter of imagination. The brighter your room, the more lumens or brightness you will want for your projector. A super bright projector will not always give you a punchier picture. Going too bright may cause eye fatigue and a loss of detail in the image, so choose wisely. In a light-controlled room, you should be looking for around 2,000 lumens. If the room is not light-controlled, you should be looking for 3,000 lumens or more. One does not simply walk into a room and command the light to bend to their will. In a future episode, I'll be showing you how to create the light-controlled space in which your cinema will live. If you have a vast biblioteca, your projector will scale up your content so it looks much better on a native 4K projector. Native 4K content will always look best on a 4K projector, but scaling really helps improve the quality of 4K content. Some content contains more sodium than others, so you should always check the nutritional information. Basically, some content is trash. With the next season of The Mandalorian on the way, how do I bounty hunt for the best 4K stream? If you have Netflix or Disney Plus, they offer a wide selection of 4K content, but the best picture and sound will always come from a UHD 4K Blu-ray. Color spectrum. This is where we talk about the hippy-dippy psychedelic stuff like color spectrum. You might have noticed a few terms being thrown around, like HDR, HDR Plus, and Dolby Vision. These terms are referring to the color palette and the contrast. Chances are you've probably already heard about high dynamic range and how this is going to take your viewing experience to the next level. However, since HDR is still a fairly new technology, some people are not quite clear on how it actually works. And if you're building a home cinema just for the not safe for work content, to keep it as far away as possible from your Zoom calls, HDR will let you see the whole spectrum of rectum. Simply put, HDR stands for High Dynamic Range. HDR is an imaging technique that captures, processes, and reproduces content in such a way that the detail of both the shadows and highlights of a scene are increased. This means that images have more overall detail, a wider range of colors, and look more similar to what is seen by the human eye when compared to SDR, Standard Dynamic Range. There are currently 3 standards in place for HDR. HDR10, often referred to as HDR, HDR10 Plus, often referred to as HDR Plus, and Dolby Vision. HDR or HDR10 is a more easily adoptable standard which is used by manufacturers as a means of avoiding to have to submit to Dolby standards and fees. Good on y'all for sticking at the big Dolby and opening up the door for more manufacturers. For example, HDR10 uses 10-bit color and has the capability to master content at 1,000 nits of brightness. This lets you see way more shadows and details at the same level of brightness as non-HDR images. HDR10 Plus, often referred to as HDR Plus, adhering to totally non-confusing naming standards, HDR10 Plus is a new format of HDR, which offers a higher level of brightness and contrast, plus more true-to-life colors and details. And now for Dolby Vision. The universe loves balance. If we want to live in a utopia where HDR10 exists, we must also contend with the most dystopian of all forces, proprietary tech. Dolby Vision is Dolby's proprietary way of mastering and delivering HDR content. To take advantage and use this format, both the content and projector needs to support it. It's an easy mistake to make, especially if you own an HDR television, that all content is HDR content. Well, this is not the case. Not all content is created equally. This video is part of a larger series on building a full home cinema. On our next video, we're going to show you how to choose a projector screen. Thank you for watching BootLogic. Please like and subscribe.